All right. Somewhere around there, I guess, will work. All right. That is translucent as all get out. Goodness gracious. Man, oh man, oh man. Slick. A part of me wants to make a point out of that there. Set that down for a better day. Tommy Taylor, what's up? Merry Christmas, man. Welcome in the chat. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you had a Merry Christmas as well. Good to see ya. Took a little break past couple days. Visit family. And anyways, I'm back. I'm back. And I just took a flake off of that larger piece, and I was like, well, I kind of want to make that into a point, because that looked nice. So that's what I'm doing here. Trying not to break it, because it's already thin. Let's see if we can figure us something out here to make. From this flake. All right, all right. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in. If you're like, what in the world is this? It's called Flintknapping. Napping the flint into an arrowhead or projectile or blade or spear. You start out with a flake like we did. And then you shape that flake into whatever your heart desires. I like to do certain point types that I find around my area of the woods, which is in Alabama. So I try to model different point types and styles. There are hundreds of them. But also do crosses sometimes. Huge blades. I like my huge blades. Who doesn't like seeing huge blades, honestly? But yeah, I'm sure I'll get the question. I've been doing this for over 5 years. It's kind of a hobby. And a couple years ago, I'm like, well, I might as well go on YouTube. I mean, if I'm already making points. By the way, this one already has a fracture in it. So, it is what it is. But this right here still makes a good flake. Something can be made from it for sure. I'll put it in a box for somebody. Let me see. Get that flake off of it. Man, it's still there. Oh, it's in the shoe. Ha! That's funny. Oh, wait a minute. My mom got me something for Christmas. Where's it at? Where'd I put it? Where'd I throw it? Where did I throw it? I need it. I need it. Where'd I put it? Am I sitting on it? No, I'm not sitting on it. Where did I put it? I threw it inside, probably. She's gonna get upset. I need to find that thing. I literally got it out for this one occasion. All right, I'll find it in a minute. Unless she texts that she's watching, you know, I'll find it in a minute. It is what it be. It is what it be. But if she's watching, I'll go run and grab it. Let me work this one. This is a really unique little piece. It is root beer chert from Texas. And this is raw chert. It can be a little dense, but it also can work really well at times. You're on the downside now. What does that mean? That mean you're sick? What does that mean? Anyways, gonna work this piece here. Ooh, that was a great strike. Ran right over the hump and thinned it down. Bro, why is it making? Why are you typing? Hello. You been sick? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. No fun. This is, yeah, I shouldn't wear flip-flops anymore. These things keep getting stuff in my old shoes. Bees would it be, though, for tonight's sake. For tonight, we have a great stream. We have lots to talk about. Plenty of rock to break. We will be making and selling a point, most likely. We'll be chatting about all things Flintknapping. Welcome to the show. Oh yeah, that was slick right there. Hello. What's he making? Been on the stream. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I'm making a. Well, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't know yet. Some kind of blade or arrowhead or something. So right now I'm trying to get my shape right. Trying to build a convexity, thin it down. About 40 things at once, but you know, we're managing. We're hanging in there. Be cool to keep a little bit of white on the base here. That was nice. Oh yeah, cleared it out. I'm talking about. Same thing along the base. Gotta love those strikes. Those are my favorites. All right, we got a ridge running this way. Yeah, I might as well take it now. Just run it straight up. If I can. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of different things I can make from this point here, this preform. A Clovis is one. And I have made Clovises from this material before. They turn out pretty good, I must say. So that could be on the agenda. Come on now. There we go. Hello, hello. This is Texas chert that we call root beer chert, sometimes called peanut butter chert, if it has enough peanut butter color in there. To me, it just looks brown, but you know, people like fanciful names for stone, probably for profitability, but nonetheless. I think this is just root beer. It's got a root beer color. Don't know what part of Texas though. Zero clue. Oh goodness. Let's see, what are we gonna do next? We need to thin this thicker side out. So raise this edge. Braid pretty heavily. Where I think it's needed. And strike. That was good. I always like those basal thinning strikes. Making a spearhead? Yeah, probably. Merry Christmas indeed. What's up, Plebeius? Welcome in. Good strike. Take that one. All day long, all day long. That sounded pretty bad, not gonna lie. I don't think it broke though. Hope not. Crucial hit here. We caught it. Of course we caught it. Root beer Flint, indeed. Hope you had one. Thank you. You too. I'm not in Texas. I'm actually in Alabama. I'm not going to tell you exactly where, because that'd be a little creepy. Already getting a ton of random spam calls. don't know if anybody else has been plagued with them or not, but boy, howdy, it's been wild lately. And I report every one of them, but they come back with the same number. Same area code, slightly different 4-digit code. I'm like, bruh, what are we doing? What are you doing? I'm not dumb. I see you. Anyways, been here since day one. No way. Well, good to have you, Ben. Hello, Easton. What does the scraper do? It strengthens the edge so you can send a flake. Like that. It dulls it, kind of sands the edge so that you have enough force to drive in there and it doesn't just crush like these flakes do, because I didn't abrade them. Good question. What else we got? You see? I indeed do see. Recognize as... Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, and let me braid it tad more here. Don't want to be preemptive. Oh man, that was so clean. Take one here. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Up here is not so beautiful. See that thicker area there? I'm trying to take care of that. And we did. Sweet. Anyways, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. This is coming along really quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we try. Yeah. Yep. I stream just about every day. It's coming along well. A little snow-like area back here with the white in there. Oh yeah, smoothed it out. Looks good. Sweet. Get this base flattened out a little bit more. It removes a little bit of the white area, but it's all right. I don't know if we can keep it all in there. There we go, finally took. Same thing here, let's see if it'll take. Yeah. Perfect. All right. Mods are basically, yeah, mods have been here a while. Thoughts on how did you get moderator? Oh, I trust them. Anyways, this piece is coming together pretty sweet, like couple little areas I'm gonna want to tweak for sure. Let's beveling this way. This side's pretty flat. I think this side's doing well. This side's a little thicker than the other. Yes, that is that is true, Tommy. That's very true. That's something I look for. That was nice. And this side's fairly flat. Looking to try to thin out this side. Has good convexity. You could leave it there, but it's a little bit too thick. So I'm gonna take some flakes, try to thin it down a tad bit. Nothing too crazy. Maybe just a little crazy. Y'all need it a little crazy. If you're obsessed with rocks, I think it's okay to be a little crazy. All right. You're only a little weird. Not super weird. Oh yeah, I think it's about time to switch poppers here. Also about time to take my glove off. Try to feel these strikes a little bit more. May take a small adjustment, but like that there was interesting to say the least. Didn't quite do what I wanted to, but it was an odd angle. That's a little better. Yeah, that works. Let's get it out of here. And then let's do a fairly good strike here. Yeah. Okay. And this one. It's more of a diagonal flake. Generally, I don't like those, but it's not too bad. I can almost see my hands through the stone here. Then a little bit here, it's a tad bit thick. So I'm just squeezing the point and took the flake. You know, a little more diagonal than I want, but that might be what I need. To be able to thin it down the way that I'm hoping to. Same way here, I mean, might as well take a diagonal flake. Everything else is diagonal, so let's see what it does. Yeah, look at that flake. How neat is that? Just a little sliver. Let's see if we can't replicate it on this side. I already have it fairly low. All we really need to do is just kind of go back through. Hope to wham one across here. to give us, yeah, there we go. Send it straight across to give us 2 platforms, one here, one here. I kind of strike in that area I just struck to create a little C, a little Pac-Man, to isolate 2 more platforms. And sometimes I chew into it a little more than others, just depends on how I feel. There we go. So there's one secondary platform we ran. So now everything up here is cleared off. But now down here is a little thick, so we want to take care of that. Isolate a little more. Because, oh no. That was better. That ran all the way to here. Sometimes when you get a misstrike the first go around, ooh, you gotta be careful. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. All the way to here. Nice. This one we don't need to go very far. Just kind of as long as it's in the middle, I'll be happy. And that ran, you know, pretty much to the middle. So I'm happy with that. All right. It's about this stage where I want to go ahead and get an idea of what point type I want to make. I have a good shape here for a Lost Lake or a Kirk. So maybe I'll try one of those styles and see what sticks. Ooh, that one hinged out on me. That wasn't very pretty. Because of that, I may need to adjust. Depends on how this flake runs here. If this one runs bad, we might have to resort to a Clovis or a Simpson or something. Pivotal strike. What will happen here? I ran over it. It did run over it. The question is, will it catch on a strike like that? Braid it down a tad. I'm kind of doubtful, honestly. We'll see. And we blew right through it. All right. I think a corner notch point would be pretty solid. I think it'd look good. And I think that's what I'm gonna shoot for. The only real oddball area on this point is kind of up here. And I want to address it before I do anything crazy or different, just to make sure this can come off. If it doesn't come off, that means we'll get a thinner tip. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If it does come off, the shape will be more intact. Let's see what we get here. Oh yeah. Went right through most of it. Still one area that could be a little better, but I might can pressure flake that out, honestly. And probably won't be a big deal. As we move forward here. Just a little bit of symmetry change. Now that we lowered this, we want to lower the rest. And, you know, hinge along the way. Happens from time to time. What we got? Right through it. And now our shape is essentially where we want it to be to do what we need to do. Okay. Okay. Make sure the shape looks exactly how we need it. Don't want to be fixing that later on. Same thing up here. Need to draw this side in. For symmetry's sake. And the rest of that I can just pressure flake out, looks like. Or do that, depending on how I feel. All right, let's work on the base. And to do that, I'm gonna use a pressure flaker and a pressure pad, particularly this one here. It's got a walnut, I believe a walnut or oak backing. It's kind of a neoprene, I guess. A little bit of metal. And this is gonna allow me to, after I remove some of the sharp areas, go down this edge and thin it out. Make it more symmetrical, a little thinner, and it's gonna do us good. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and use our little pressure flaker to shoot some flakes inward. Preferably not into my leg. And just kind of get a solid back, a nice backbone to this point. And from here, well, we can go ahead, before we do the finishing touches on the rest of our blade, we can consider notching. After I do a tad bit more of flaking right here to bring this edge over. And I think what I want to do is do one more time maybe. And I might use Mr. Tuff's pressure flaker, which is out of copper, to really thin the base down. Really get it nice and thin, and kind of for luxury's sake, we have the ability to do so. Let's go ahead and thin this down. This will help with our notching process, to not have such a thick wad of stone to get through. And so, here we go. We start on one side. And I like the steel for this one. Take the steel pressure flaker. Go in somewhere in the corner. These are corner notch points. Press down. flip it and press. And it'll take a little flake. Kind of go in, clean up where you were. Kind of press down. This raises the platform so that the stone is higher on this side and the area inside is very low. This is kind of midline, this is a little bit below. And we take that lower area and press. A big old flake. And after that, we repeat the process time and time again until we get it as far into the stone as we want it to be. Now the challenge becomes harder and harder the further you go into this stone for a couple reasons. Number one, because it gets thicker. And that's just how it is. Usually the middle part of the stone is thicker than the outer edge of the stone. Unless you're working a slab or something, then that'll generally always be the case. Number two, your ears become a little more delicate and easier to snap off. So you want to be careful that you're not striking here or that you get the back end of this pressure flaker on there. You know, make sure that you're working in the strike zone and that all the flakes you're taking are accomplishing the purpose you're setting out to do. Shoot in there. Raise that platform up a bit. And flip it. And good flake. You want to go back through. Make sure everything's to our satisfaction here. Raise it up a good bit and flip it over and pop a flake off. And raise it up. Just hike that platform up. I like to have more of a square to work with rather than a circle. Easier platform for me to strike off of. I got my square there. Pull it around. And pull. And not too hard to do, but it does take a lot of time and practice, and the material you work on definitely influences how well or how bad your notches will be. Easier on slicker stone, harder on denser stone. And this is dense stone, but it's consistent. And we made sure to get a good preform that would help us alleviate some of the problems that could arise in a notch like this. But say that you go ahead and you get you a good notch. Only half the battle. Because then you got to replicate the exact same shape on the other side. And I'm going to stop right there for sake of emphasis to see if we can't mimic it on the other side. So we do the same process. Now, I'm not oblivious to the fact that I have a little bit of symmetry issue here. I want to go ahead and fix. there's a little pothole right there that I knew would probably give me some issues, and it's the fact that I saw that is making me adjust before I do anything that cannot be fixed. I want to make sure all my ducks are in a row, that my symmetry is correct, and that I'm not just getting myself in more and more trouble. So fix the symmetry, then go back to what I was doing. Okay, it's a little better. I think we can go ahead and be safe to, it'd be safe to go ahead and notch. So then we'll go right in the corner here. And just leave a little impression, flip it around, swing it around, and push right on in there. There you go. Flip it around. Once you get a nice little opening there, you can fit your little flaker right in there. Now the early parts of this process are very crucial is the word. Because it's very easy to blow an ear off here. And you want to make sure that you're not taking too big of a bite into the stone initially, so it's usually a slower start. But once you get deep enough in there where it's not going to infiltrate and the flake won't wrap around to catch any of our corners, that's when it's game time. And you can begin to keep the patterns. And it's because of that I like to, in the beginning, shoot more in, like that one went pretty far, than I do down. Go ahead and open this up a tad more. Not too crazy like, but enough. And this is a good stage, especially early on, before I get too far in there. I don't want a super sharp one too far in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just lightly graze over my flaker. Sharpens it up, not too sharp. All right, we were on this side, we're gonna flip it over. All right, I think we're getting to be far enough into the stone where we can now begin to press down rather than in, which is generally what you want to do, especially on thicker areas. You don't want to press in, but down, so that you get a big bite. And the big bite that you get will produce a larger pullout, which you can thin down, and then that becomes your next platform. So you want a bigger bite. You want to try to pull down if you can as you begin and get started past the initial phase. By the way, for those who are curious, my buddy Lewis is starting a YouTube. He said first of the year, so first week of the year. He's got his name for his channel. And I know y'all have been asking about it, so he's doing well. We just got a little further here in the notch. And I gotta pull down again. It's funny, I played baseball for a long time growing up. I was never really good. Towards the end, I got pretty good, but one of the things we did is, if you were a pitcher, was a pull down. So that terminology has kind of always been in my noggin. All right, I'm pulling it down. When I use the word press, it's more like I'm babying it, but no, I'm putting my flaker on that area and I'm pulling back to me almost, except on these secondary platforms where I'm pushing. And that allows for a big gouge out there so that I can then take another flake. So we go back through. All right, we got it about where we want it to be. This is a rougher looking platform, but take my own advice, pull down, especially on the thicker areas. And you can afford to push in a little bit on secondary platforms. Raise that platform up. Same thing on this side. Take a big bite. Also, something terminology related. There's a company called Big Bite Baits. I never really liked their stuff. They got a couple good baits, but that always pops in my mind when I say this. All right, we're nearing completion here on this notch. And usually when I'm close to finishing the point, I don't like to do anything crazy. I just like to widen it out a little bit and not trying to blow the roof off this point or anything, just more or less trying to tidy it up. And yep, I'm definitely gonna have to fix symmetry here because of some stuff I did earlier. It's fine. All right, so we lose a little length on the tip, is what it is. Not a humongous deal. There we go. Just means we get it thinner, guys. I know y'all like that, so maybe it's not so bad after all. There we go. And remove the problem area along the way. And I love bopping. Anytime I can get to a bopper, I like to use it. It's just fun and it does a good job. When you know what you're doing, you can be confident with strikes that you hit, and of course when the stone cooperates. You know, nobody likes it when the stone just says, "Uh-uh, not gonna do that today." Luckily, this one's being cooperative, which is a nice benefit to whoever buys this point. I forgot my dog was over there. Man, he's had a long couple days. We went fishing, then he hung out with mom and dad yesterday, and today he opened up his gifts, and he had a bunch of toys and stuffed animals that probably won't last more than a day. And he just had a ball. Marshall's my dog, by the way, if anybody's curious. Okay, I mean, part of me has the itch to just keep thinning, just keep thinning, just keep thinning. This side needs it, just keep thinning, just keep going, keep thinning. Y'all know the reference to that, I'm sure. Dory. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What an awesome show. I never watched Finding Dory. I imagine it was about Dory getting lost or something. You know, when you can predict the plot, it's like, okay, well, I imagine she got found. And then she was taken away, you know, the guy got, who did it got justice, or the fish who did it got justice, whatever, who knows. Never did watch it. That's my guess as to what the show's about. Or the movie, I should say. Sweet. I was hoping that would work out, and it did. That definitely did. Man, this is gonna be a sweet one, guys. Did I say I was selling it? Whoopsies. Oopsie daisies. A little mistake. Yeah, I'll probably sell it still, I imagine. Mom and Dad love their gifts, by the way. Some of y'all supported one of the streams where I made like 5 points in a row. And yeah, I think they enjoyed it. I really want to get under this flat. I just don't think I'll get under it. I want to so bad though. I mean, it kind of did. I can pressure flake it out either way, but yeah. All right, we're a pressure flaking season right here. 'Tis the season to pressure flake. Anyways, that's a pretty smoking looking piece so far. And she's see-through. Man, this Texas stuff, you never know. But looky there, looky there. That Bopper Leadfield, good question. I don't think so. Actually, this one, yeah, it's some kind of conglomeration. I don't think it's just lead. If I remember right, it's some kind of alloy, which of course, ever since a kid having an alloy bat, I recognize that alloy means more than one metal coming together. I'm not sure. That is indeed a good question. Unfortunately, I do not know, but I tell you who does. Richard White. That's who I got these boppers from. These particular ones. Ooh, there we go, we got it. And actually, when it comes to edge work, this little flaker right here ain't too shabby. You can reach out to Richard White on Facebook. I'm sure I'll get the comment, well, which one? Well, look at the one who has ties with the Flintknapping groups. Then just say Jake sent you. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. Guaranteed. Me and him are buddies. Although we've never met in person. Man, this is gonna be a killer Kirk, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know everything I make is so great, guys. No, this is actually pretty smoking. It's on fire. This is basically the reason I do a side pressure flaking, is to get the symmetry here. See, the symmetry here is jagged. Looks very jagged. Now the symmetry is there. I could just go ahead and do and be done, but then I'd still have a semi-jagged edge, and it'd look thicker. But once I clean it up like this, and I get to thin out a little bit more along the edge, it makes it easier to do the symmetry on this side, because the symmetry on this side's done. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully. Anyways. Any of y'all interested in a point tonight? Anybody got a few $1,000s in their pocket? That is a joke. That is a joke. Unless, no. Yeah, I told you we could catch that little hinge with a pressure flaker. I actually kind of like it. Before I do like a strike into that area, I'll go to the side first, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so we got it straight and thinned out a little bit on this side, but once we do this side, it'll be a little bit better. A little bit better. And we'll be a rocking and a rolling. A rocking and a rolling. Oh, and if my mom's watching this, one of the gifts she got me was a pad. I literally took it out of the truck to use for this video, and I got sat down and I'm like, where in the world did I place it? And I looked everywhere and I couldn't find it, so I'll have it next video. She got a nice piece of leather. It was so nice and unpatinaed, for lack of much wear, that I thought the back was, it was so dark. I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of like a mouse pad. It has that traction on the back. I guess that's what it was. But no, that was the actual leather. It was just so untouched and like pristine. She said she got it from one of y'all, so who knows? Man, this is coming out sweet. Look at this joker here. Look at that. The flaking though, the flaking. Come on, come on, come on. I can flake that out actually. Gotta get a sharper, sharpen my thing, but I'll get it probably. Now we're at the final stage here. I didn't sharpen it enough. Let me see if that'll catch some of it. How? It is sorcery. I have a feeling I'll get it out eventually. All right. Tip needs to be shifted that way. Yep, needs to be shifted that way. So we'll start here, I reckon. And already it goes in quite a ways, so we got to fix that. Whoopsies, let me reshow it. That's a little better. By the way, I have 2 points to sell tonight because I tell you, nobody wanted that obsidian point the other night. So I'm gonna have to lower the price and sell it, I guess. But first comes first. We're gonna finish this one and see if we can't get it going. This material works really well raw. I really do like it. That kind of coffee root beer look. Looks like straight dirt and mud. I guess we call it root beer because that's like a nice, fun root beer. Looks like mud. Looks like you went out to the horses' stalls and looked around a little bit. That's what you find. But it's slick though, not gonna lie. It is slick. It is pretty slick. That is sharp. All right, sharpen it up a tad more. Okay. Let's go with this side first, maybe. No, let's go with this side first. Keep it organized here, Jake. The flaking on this is what's really getting me because oh man, the flaking is just awesome all the way up and down the point. I just love it. Looks sweet. Okay. Last effort here. One of the things I gotta remember for sake of turning the years over is remembering to sign my points with a 26 instead of a 25. I'm guilty of signing a faulty year. So my points go to the year change. I gotta do better this year. I gotta do better. All right, sharpen it one last time. Which is equivalent to saying one last cast, but nonetheless. It bees what it bees. Big question, is our symmetry right? It is, no way. Usually it's not. And because of that, we can go ahead and fix our tip up, which will leave it a little bit wider for sake of any mess ups that we might have. But this time we did good. Kirks usually don't have the pointiest tip in the world. Sometimes they do, but still my point. So I'm gonna make it with a little bit of a sharper tip. Cause why not? I think it looks a little better, a little more professional, slightly. Looks like a little more effort was put into it. There we go. All right, now it's evening out the notches, which look good. And I mean, everything looks solid on this. It's hard for me to find a weak point. It looks awesome. I'm gonna go slightly and curve it on the base here. I just think it looks better that way. Just slightly. Nothing earth-shattering. Almost like it was meant to be. Yeah, that's perfect. Yep, we're in there. Is what it is. Man, I will say, because it's so dense, some of these little, there we go, we caught it. Some of them little pressure flakers, little boogers can be tough. Man, what a Kurt, guys. Come on now. Give me some credit. I think I did pretty good. I think that's pretty solid, not gonna lie. See-through. It's raw, thin, great flaking. Yeah. Yeah, that's a smoker. Thin joker. Thin joker. I want to see something else to press out. All right, who wants it? What price? I don't even know what price. I mean, in my mind, I'm thinking a little over 100, but depends on what we got tonight here. Give me. What we got? What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. Let me know something. What are we thinking for this thing? That is such an insignificant little flake. Oh, maybe I can catch it from this side. Spends all that effort and then just makes it nice. All right, cool beans. All right, where are we at here? Before it's spotted. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Probably looking for a little more. Gotta be picky about the style. My sister wants to make. I gotcha. Do a lot of more. Unfortunately, Gabe. Yes, very unfortunate. Anyways, it's so nice. It's so thin. It's really nicely made. It's translucent. It's expensive chert. I don't know. I like the idea of like 115, but I don't know. You always push them to the next level. It's not quite good enough. So you keep, oh, thanks, Johnny boy. But anyways, that's where I got it at, 110. Now y'all can want it, y'all not, or not. It's okay. But I think it's sweet. I think it's cool. I bet you my dog will lick it, which adds to the value, of course. Because when he licks it, that means it's a smoker. The notches are good. The tip is pointy. The broad percussion strikes here on the other side. Who knows, Gabe? Who knows? Depends on the material, place you get it from. Translucency. Thanks. All right. Yeah, he kind of. It's funny you say that. All right. Nobody's interested. I'll put it aside. No worries. That might actually make a case. That's a sweet little rascal right there. But yeah, I mean, I'll do 100. I think that's still fair. I think it's still fair. It's just such a nice, thin, expensive material. It'll look fantastic in a case. Whichever this may actually look better from this side in a case because of the character in the stone. But this side's just so clean. Alan Cole, and it's thin too. It feels like paper. It's a paperweight. It's paper. Dunder Mifflin. Anyways, we got it at 100. Anybody want it for 100? If not, brown glass. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Down the scoop. Down the scoop. Down the scoop. Down the scoop. Do 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 do. Man, nobody wants it. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put it aside. I'll offer it another day. And thank y'all for watching. Y'all are awesome. We're going to end the stream. Marshall's sleeping. He's sleeping right over there. Brings out the flaking. Thanks, Dakota. 2 for sale. Yeah, technically I got an obsidian one over there. I'd sell for, well, I think I offered 70 last time. I'd do 60 probably. Might even do 50 if you get both. 150 for 2 points. This is one from the other day. It's a smoker harden. Why did I say 50? Dadgummit. I shouldn't have said that. Doggone smoker harden. Like, come on, dude. Yeah, I'm refraining from 50. I'll do 60 on that because that's too crazy. Triflow from Alan Cole. Thin harden point. That's so sweet. Classic base. Mahogany in there. Clear in there. Black in there. Yeah, pretty sweet. Pretty fire. I would say so, Alan. Anyways, both for 150 I think is an absolute steal. But anyways, no problem, no problem. Hey, I tell you what, I'll put them aside. Ugh, and I'll offer them next time. What's up, Ed? About time you made it, man. We're just about to end the stream, my dog. I mean, I could start on another one, maybe. But I'm not gonna get close to finishing one. I'll just be boodling around probably. It's a good price. Well, thanks, Dakota. How do you accept payment? I will answer that. Well, mostly PayPal, man. Mostly PayPal. Mostly PayPal. Boy, howdy. Talk about some coastal plains chert, Johnny boy. Talk about some coastal plains chert. Don't get much better, folks. It don't get much better. It's just hard to get a big piece, you know? It's hard to get a big piece. I'll tell you. But I love this stuff. I love the stuff. It has like a little seam here, so one of those 19 minutes. Like me, yeah, well, like ham. Oh, goodness. See those little fossils in there? Trade for Iowa whitetail antler? Probably not, Dakota. I appreciate it, though. Probably not. I do very few trades, mainly because I get burned on them, and just not worth it. The time and effort to ship and what have you. No doubt, I'm sure you got some good stuff though. So, but no, probably not. This is gonna break. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna end the stream. Thanks guys for tuning in. Y'all are awesome. As always, thanks for the mods. Haven't forgot about you and your gift. It just takes a while for it to be made. Not by me, by the way, but by somebody else. So you can blame them. All right? You can blame them. It's their fault. It's not my fault, okay? This time. But it is on the way, meaning everything's been kind of processed, you know? So for about 12 of you guys in my comment section, a gift is coming your way. Possibly. Maybe. Didn't hear from me. It's your liver? Oh boy. I might as well stop on that note. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Me and Marshall are gonna go inside. Marshall. Buddy. Buddy, can you believe it? Nobody bought our point today. Come here, come lick it. Come here, Bob. Come around here. It's so thin. It's so thin and so nice. Come on, go. Hey, go around. Go around. There you go. You see it? Here. Here. You tired rascal. You sleepy rascal. Here, look here. Look here. Look here. Here. He's too okay. Maybe it's not a liquor, anyways. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.